Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2, and welcome to this week's PE lesson. Today's focus is going to be called the personal challenge. And how the personal challenge is going to work, we're going to put in skills we've learned over the last few weeks of our virtual PE into a big practice for our last week. So the equipment needed today, for the skipping task, you will need a skipping rope. If you don't have a skipping rope at home, that's absolutely fine. You can use a rope from a dressing gown, the one that goes in the middle. Okay, so either a skipping rope or a dressing gown rope for the first challenge of skipping. For the second challenge of tennis, the equipment you'll need is one pair of rolled up socks or a tennis ball if you have it, and a hardback book. It can't be a magazine or a soft book, it needs to be something with a bit of force, like this. If you have a tennis racket, use a tennis racket and tennis ball. If you don't, a book and socks works just as well. For the jumping, you'll need two markers. I've got cones. If you don't have cones indoors, anything, you can use some orange juice cartons, you can use some milk cartons, you can use some stones if you're in the garden, just so you know to jump from one marker to another marker. Two markers. And for the target throw, you're going to be using one piece of paper and one pair of socks. If you've got a hoop in the garden, anything that you can throw into or throw onto, use that for the target throw. For me indoors, I've got a piece of paper and just one pair of rolled up socks. Right, now the equipment's done, how it's going to work. You have 30 seconds work and you're trying to count how many skips you can do, how many tennis volleys that you can do, how many jumps that you can do, and how many target throws that you can do. Okay, right, let's get set up for the skipping. Okay, so for the skipping, I've set a 30-second timer on my watch. Anything you've got at home, you can use a clock, you can use a phone, anything you can use for a 30-second countdown, use that. And then let's make a start. Reset myself if I fall or trip. Stop, keep going, even if you trip or fall, like with me. A few more seconds left. And that's time. Okay, so well done for doing round one of the skipping. I scored 20. Did you manage to beat me with that 20 score? Next up, task 2 is the tennis volleys and how it's going to work. I'm going to show you with a sock and the rackets. Instead of a racket, I'm using a hardback book. And all we're going to practice doing is volleys, trying to keep the sock in the air whilst we're using the book to volley, and I'm using this under thrust to try and keep it up as high as I can. Right, let's do that 30-second timer again. Let's see how many I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. I dropped it on 20. Just keep counting my score, keep going up. 21, 2, 3. Again, if I drop it, don't worry, pick it up and just start again. And that's time, I believe. Okay, my score there for the tennis volleys was 38. Can you try and beat 38? Okay, next up, I've got my two markers. I'm now going to be showing you some jumping from side to side. I'm going to jump from one marker to the other. Jumping next to them, not in line with them, just in case I jump on them. Right, let's get my timer ready. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. stop there. I got 12 jumps in there in 30 seconds. Can you try and beat me? Remember when we're jumping, bending our knees, swinging our arms, and landing on 2 feet. Okay, try and beat that 12. Off you go. And now it's time for our last challenge, which is going to be the target throw. The target throw, you're going to stand by one of your markers, and you're going to have your target, which is going to be the piece of paper. I'm going to be throwing underarm using the accuracy aim. Every time I get the pair of socks to land on the paper, I will score 1 point. 30 seconds as always. Right, let's make a start. If it touches it but doesn't land on there, you still get a point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my score there was 6 for the target throw. Ways that you make the target throw a little bit harder. You can place your piece of paper a little bit further away. Or you can also place your marker further away. If you're throwing further, we could also try the overarm throw. We could try the underarm and the overarm throw. So my scores now, I'll just show you for you to beat. Skipping was 20, tennis 38, jumping 12, and target throw 6. Make sure you send in your scores, we want to see how you guys get on as well. Thanks for watching guys, take care and I hope to see everyone soon. Bye.